right, well, Saudi Aramco, the state-run oil conglomerate of Saudi Arabia, has replaced its chairman as it gears up for that giant IPO after those plans faltered last year. The new chairman is a known ally of Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman and Yahoo Finance's oil man, Jared Blikre, here to discuss. Thanks for coming back to the couches, Jared.
Thank you.
So what does this mean for Aramco, and what's the impact on the IPO? Does this make it more likely to go smoothly?
I think they're really bringing up the date here, and they're making a statement that they want it to happen sooner rather than later. Last week we got a report that they wanted to have a dual listing in Saudi Arabia and Riyadh, and also Tokyo, and that was kind of a surprise for a lot of people. London was a place that was a location under consideration, as was the U.S., but there are problems in both those locations for Saudi Arabia. We've discussed those in the past, but Hong Kong is another one. But of course we have those protests in Hong Kong, so now it seems like Tokyo is a logical choice. Now, this replacement of the chairman comes at a time when I think there are some rumblings that the kingdom is not happy with the now former chairman. That's Khalid-Al Falih, and he's also the oil minister. So the official story is that they're trying to reduce apparent conflicts of interest with this, but they stripped Khalid-Al Falih of his industry and mining positions on Friday. So it looks like he's the guy that orchestrated the OPEC Plus production cuts, and that was to raise the price of oil. And the Saudi government needs oil at $80 to balance their books, but also to get a higher valuation for the IPO. Right now, Brent crude is at about $60, so they got 20 to go. And maybe they think that they can do better with somebody else or a different strategy. Overall, I think they're trying to make this happen sooner rather than later for a wide variety of reasons. You don't want to do, let's say that the global downturn develops into a global recession, then you got to wait until the other side of that business cycle.
Could be years.
Yeah, it could be years. So they've been saying 2020. I wouldn't be surprised if it's early 2020 at this point.
I mean, we've certainly been hearing about this for years.
Yeah.
I wonder, though, what Aramco, what this IPO says about the trajectory for oil prices going forward, if indeed the two are linked, the valuation of Aramco and oil prices.
Yeah, it could mean that the Saudis are going to try to cut oil even more. Now, the Saudis are doing most of the heavy work here. So they got everybody else, including Russia and the OPEC Plus members, to agree to certain cuts. But the Saudis have gone over their own hurdle by 500,000 barrels a day. They're really trying their best. But you look at a day like today, oil's down by the most in 4 weeks. It has a 53 handle or something like that, dipped to the lowest price in 3 weeks. There are just so many bearish factors at work with oil when you consider that there's more U.S. shale coming online, that demand is suffering, especially going into the end of the year. So really 2020 is going to be a problem for OPEC Plus. It's going to be a real struggle to keep up oil prices because of all these factors.
Going to be very interesting to see if and when that IPO finally happens, and then how big it is and how it fares after.
Not $2 trillion anymore. Don't think it's going to be that.
No. All right, Jared, thanks.